I'm Jade Whittem. I'm 32 years old. I'm from Austin, Texas, and I am starting the first all-women's yoga studio in Marrakesh, Morocco. I wasn't always a yoga teacher. I always had a really strong interest in yoga, and I always had a really strong interest in travel. Morocco happened completely accidentally. I always had a fascination with the textiles, the colors, the landscape, the kind of curious exoticness of Morocco. I went not knowing a single word of the language, and 3 years later, I'm still there. I'd like to talk a little bit about women, body positivity, and the world. Because these are three things that brought me to this place. I was a girl who always had body issues. I was not athletic. I was not your typical blonde cheerleader type. Yet growing up in a small town, in a small community, I felt very guilty that I wasn't that type. So for me, yoga is something that by kind of entering this portal of self-acceptance and self-actualization, it blossomed me. I was able to open up and realize that I am beautiful, and being on my mat gives me this clarity, gives me this pathway to discovering more about myself, more about my mission as a person, and more about what I want to give back to the world. How can I bring what I'm getting, the value that I'm getting from this experience, how can I bring this to other people and enhance their experience? My mission has turned into not just being a yoga teacher, but almost being like a self-acceptance teacher. You are seeing nowadays more community-based yoga studios, donation-based yoga, but I still feel like there's a lot of intimidation for just your average, middle-class, working-class people. I want to make yoga relatable to people. I want yoga to be accessible to people. It doesn't matter if you're a high-class millionaire or a middle-class, working-class. I want you to be able to experience something on that same level, and I want it to have this community aspect. Mostly, I want them to feel like, okay, I'm welcome here. I'm welcome in this. This is something for anyone. Because Morocco is such a destination for tourism, there is a lot of touristic yoga available for foreigners visiting the country. In Marrakesh, there's not a lot of option for people. Marrakesh is two cities. Marrakesh is the ancient Medina, the old, ancient, functioning, walled-in city that we know as an imperial city. And then Marrakesh is Gilis, which is the new town, the chic, the urban, more European, westernized, bustling metropolis that we have. In the idea of opening Yalah Yoga in Marrakesh, I wanted to kind of merge these two things together, bring people out of both sectors, put them in a room together. So the space isn't just for yoga. The space is also for tribal dance, community workshops, get-togethers, learning, cultural exchange. So I see a big opportunity in that, and no one's doing it. So I'm gonna do it. So I've decided to run this crowdfunding campaign to raise $5,000 to get the studio open. I took the name Yalah Yoga. Well, Yalah is the Arabic word for let's go. And I'm a kind of let's go person, you know? I've always been kind of like, all right, let's do this. Even just a small amount, $10, $20, $30, will go to getting this community space open where young women, old women, middle-aged women, everybody can come together and communicate this practice and grow with each other. And even if you're on the other side of the planet, you can know that you contributed to someone else self-actualizing. It's contributing to someone else growing a little bit as a person. It's contributing to young women in Morocco who are interested in becoming yoga teachers to get the training that they might want. Yalah, you know, like the name says it all, like it's time, let's do this.